But I don't know how we get a lot of the pictures. Aww.
Then she has this head on her head again.
Miss Miney.
No. No.
Pearl was there in the winding way at that time. She was hard at work, putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see? If you couldn't see that while you're walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar.
Ghost powers.
Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. You need to calm your tits, Judge. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness.
Oh my god, Phoenix is like, fuck you, Judge, I'm done here.
I know. So, Miss Mighty, tell us the truth. Ah, Phoenix is such a badass sometimes. About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course.
Objection. The witness just testified about that. That's why. I was like sleeping in the side room.
Can I really believe? Obviously not. You just proved that there's no way. Your lies end here.
What do you...
The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there's clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this a contradiction?
Henry Maya. Safe.
Oh fuck, sorry. I may have overacted on this one. Is there really a contradiction somewhere? Don't worry, you're on the right path, Phoenix. It might be a little hard for you to see the contradiction, but it's there. So just this once, do you want me to help you out?
No.
Nah. It's hard for me to see.
It's hard for me to see with your boobs in the way.
Seriously. I can't just accept your help without thinking it through myself. That's the spirit. Give it another try.
I feel like if you had said yes, she like jumped on you and eat your face like a demon.
Jeez, probably. So right,
like, you failed me.
Failed me for the last time. Okay, add another bluff to the pile. Says that during the actual murder, yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, so what do we say next?
Sleeping inside room.
Huh?
What do we think it is?
Let's see. Well, it's kind of in her testimony just now. So we say it's in the evidence.
Why is it in a testimony?
Oh, because she just, she just did the thing. It's really hard to explain, but, I mean, it was clearly we just pointed out in that last testimony. We used evidence, but it's not just in the evidence.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I said, couldn't you be just proving that she wasn't sleeping in the room?
Oh.
Like, I think we have gone back to just having to prove that.
Yeah, maybe so. It's really hard to say. Let's try testimony though. See where it goes with that, because this one doesn't seem to penalize you, so it'd be a lot easier just, yeah. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement.
And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
It's true that at that time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police.
And she knew that. So she kind of been sleeping in a room.
Oh. Yeah.
So, like, what does that, like, have to do with anything?
It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact?
How?
I concede that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did, in fact, go to the channeling chamber. However, you didn't go there by way of the winding way. But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I ask this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder?
Uh, ah.
Miss Miney, please answer the question.
Objection. Don't ask a question of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you have put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder?
Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. Person could have killed Dr. Gray was any mini, so now's the time to prove it. And Miss Wright, let's hear your answer. Oh, it's clear where she was, in my opinion.
She was inside the incinerator.
She was inside the clearly. She was in the channeling chamber.
Okay.
Take that! Miss Miney was here, of course. Well, but that's the channeling chamber.
Isn't that the crime scene?
That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime.
Oh no. I always wonder what it would say if you'd got one of those wrong. We have never got one of those wrong.
You know, that's actually a good question.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the shambling chamber when the shambling started.
But I'll try that next time. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Innie Minnie was hiding at the scene of the crime.
I was hiding? Where was I hiding? I guess now you can get it wrong. At the door.
This is, oh yeah, you're right. Should we save first?
Save, sure.
Okay, she was like here, I guess. Miss Miney was hiding here. Ow.
If you're going to tell a joke, at least make it a one I laugh at. Haha, go home, boy, and look up what hiding means. That is amazing. What the fuck am I looking at?
I don't know. Apparently Miss Innie just turned into, like, this is apparently her evil form, just like a hat-spinning pimp. It looks like I'm going to have to one up her. Yeah, count on it. You can't lose your cool like this, and grow up. Huh? Oh, sorry, Chief.
You still haven't learned your lesson, have you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Okay. Behind the board to the right.
So, down here?
Yeah, I would say over here.
Take that! Here, of course. But behind the folding screen? Ah.
Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony.
There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen.
See, you stupid jerk. Man, you destroyed that hat.
Yeah, I see that.
Quit
Look at
being
how
so
far that
quick
thing
to-
stretches.
It's amazing. Quick to pin it on me, slime boy.
It's like it's made of dough.
I know, like, that's why I think it's actually, like...
Pizza. Dough.
Yeah.
Now, Miss Miney. One so young as you shouldn't be saying...
Shut it, Gramps, as if you know exactly how old I am.
I'm sorry. It's like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along.
Oh no, now we get to see it afterward. I thought we got to see it finally, no, so...
There's hiding behind the folding screen with help of this.
The
Clearly a ball.
Fist first,
Clearly your own face. Indeed. I'm sure Pearl transports all kinds of things in her balls. Take that! Miss Miney, how were you able to hide at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box.
Ah, that tiny little box. No person could fit in that.
Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Not disproved you and she was hiding from me in it.
Objection. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright, you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yeah. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Yeah. Alright, this is actually,
Bullet hole. Yeah, the clothing box itself.
Okay. Take that! Take a look at this clothing box.
You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. I wonder if there's a bullet in there.
What on earth? Wow. The judge actually got it before they did. Amazing. What are you gonna say about it, though?
Never mind. What I said didn't make any sense, so I restrike my statement.
Okay.
I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already.
There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. Hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before?
In the bathroom. The footing screen. It had a hood the same height.
That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box.
That sounds really dangerous. I mean, I guess she wasn't inside the box anymore at the time, but that, like, she could almost have been shot.
No, that would have been amazing if she was. Miss Miney, you're hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Order. So what are you saying?
Objection. Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Innie Minnie?
That is exactly what I am saying. Miss Innie Minnie, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client.
No, stop. I can't stand to listen to this anymore of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a position. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's actually pretty good. It's not possible for one person to do all that by himself.
It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow.
Need I remind you? The foolish receive no mercy.
Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct?
You can't be serious.
Miss Miney, you had an accomplice.
An accomplice is a dead woman. And a knife. The knife is the accomplice. What if it's your teacher?
What if it's Pearls?
Or Dr. Gray?
Well, yeah, he probably helped commit suicide. Okay. Take that!
Grr, this person.
If it wasn't someone from Korean Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have that box to use.
Because the box is magic. It can only be owned by... I mean... Okay, whatever. Morgan Fey.
I mean, I see what you're saying. It's super obvious that it would be Morgan Fey, but the things he stated aren't really necessary to that person.
Yeah.
It was more obvious it's Morgan because she's the other person who's in the room.
Could have done it too.
Yeah. Isn't that the wonderful lady we witnessed we had earlier? Do you have to say to this, Miss Miney?
Grrr. Grrr.
You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands.
Maybe you only used one
Do you
hand.
deny it? uh,
Good game.
Go shirts.
Okay. Good enough.
Yep. I think this is what really happened.
We already so far this.
I know. But hey, I'll admit, though we solved all of this... Oh, the murder had planned... Okay, yeah, it's not going automatically. Though we did solve all of this already, I have to admit, I think this was a pretty good case.
It is actually a pretty good case.
Yeah.
Though I still say that the whole case hinges on extreme amount of luck.
Oh, yeah, it does. It's
And it hinges on the fact that no one notices a giant ass box in there. Like, I don't get how they're like, no one could have hid behind the footing screen. But the giant square box, we didn't even bother, like, seeing.
Right, exactly.
I don't even think it would fit behind the footing screen, like, from what we saw of the footing screen.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of funny because the, map of that room, makes it look a lot bigger. Not that one. Like, the floor plans, because, yeah, from what we saw, there was, like, a tiny crevice, but this makes it look like there's some huge, like, space.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if you look behind it, you would see that box, no problem, though.
Right.
There's no way to hide the box.
Exactly. I mean, there's, like, a million candles in the room. It's not exactly like it wouldn't be well lit enough.
Because it's a white box.
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. Man, speaking of hinging on luck, Dr. Gray is kind of dumb. It's a little dense. You'd think he'd notice.
Well, I assume she wasn't pretending to be the defendant again at that time, right?
Oh.
But because I don't think, like, at this point it was still Maya Fey.
Yeah.
But I assume she, like, knocks Maya Fey conscious.
Right, I forgot that, yeah, Maya Fey was actually in there. Never mind. You're actually right.
So I was gonna say Dr. Fey looked like a badass in that picture.
Indeed. That was actually a pretty cool, like, quick screenshot. Then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent.
Not that I really described how she did that.
Then she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Yeah, you'd think that the rag and chloroform would be somewhere around here.
No, I'm just imagining that she turned into the Hitman. If it works like in Hitman, then it takes like 2 minutes to, or like 30 seconds to do. So just imagine Maya Fey like dancing around while she gets like chloroformed.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, I said the guy was. I claimed the guy was dense, but to be fair, though, yeah, the question of how she did it is real, because though the chloroform thing would make sense, it's not instantaneous, and it also might be kind of noisy at first. I mean, you know, Maya could try to stream through the cloth, or, I don't know, struggle.
Didn't do anything. I mean, these guys were like less than a meter away from each other.
Exactly.
Oh well.
She could have touched Dr. Gray with her foot.
She kicked him in the butt.
Then she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. And then Maya was just unconscious. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes.
Dr. Gray, why? Because look, she's an action hero.
Seriously. Look at that look on his face. We're gonna see it for long. It was pretty Dr. Gray was not actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... For that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber.
But that was only one shot, wasn't it? Two?
Well, okay, so there was one from the doctor, and then I guess Miss Bitch was so pissed that the doctor shot at her that she shot him twice. Because I'm pretty sure there were 2 bullet wounds on the body. Though, to be fair, even then, that's kind of... Once again, that even brings up a bit of a logic error in of itself. Just off of the fact... Well, I don't really know how shots work, but... So the 2 shots she shot him with were on... Like, she would have had to shoot downwards, you know.
Because he was already on the floor.
Right, exactly. But that definitely leaves a possibility of the bullets going through to the floor, which would be suspicious. Or, you know, also the trajectory and all that stuff that I don't really know about, but might be kind of weird, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood, and pretended to be Maya Fey.
But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through.
Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. He's even saying it to me, go quickly and inform the police, hurry, before there are more victims here, blah.
Wait, okay, now I'm really confused by what the plan was like. Because they didn't plan for you to kick down the door.
Yeah. That is true, they didn't, which...
Because they didn't plan for a shot stab. Which means she knocked out the woman, stabbed the guy, would have put the woman in there and then opened the door and be like, oh no, I killed him. But she would look not like the woman, so that wouldn't work.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know how they'd cover it up between...
Like, I guess what she could do is she stabs the guy, knocks the woman unconscious, and lays herself back down in the crate.
Yeah.
And then the woman would wake up and be like, oh no, I killed him.
Yeah, I think that's probably the plan.
I guess that would have been the plan, yeah.
Well, what is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder.
Ha. Ha ha ha.
Who is that, laughing at a time like this? Ack.
Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? You're not German yet, are you?
What is it this time? To be fair, her father was a badass, but if we're just going off of her, Phoenix Wright would have a bad portrayal of German people. Francisca's kind of a jerk and also not very smart, at least compared to her. Yeah.
Her father was a genius.
Her father was really
And
smart.
Terminator.
She's just, and more importantly, a vampire. Well, what is it this time? Miss Von Karma, surely.
Of course it was me. I'm a murderer. Do you really think someone of Von Karma's blood would lose due to something this petty?
You mean absolute proof?
We only lose to bullet wounds.
Exactly.
Bullet wounds are our only weakness.
Do we gotta pull out another
Detector.
Yeah, metal detector, man. Phoenix Wright apparently just needs to start carrying around metal detectors to use on his rivals.
Maybe the Von Karma family are weird vampires. They have an allergy to what metal detectors instead of that other stuff.
Makes sense to me.
Alex.
What in the world? God.
Okay. Take our screen, please.
Maybe.
Mr. Phoenix Wright. The argument is flawed in one very crucial area.
And that is...
If the witness is a real murderer, why? Why would she go through all this trouble? See, I knew what she was gonna say.
Yeah. Huh?
Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such a foolish things? Wait, she's not German, so I guess that's the reasoning.
You know, I know that, proof is a big I know that a reason, motive is like an important thing, but I always find that funny because they bring that up a lot in the Phoenix Wright games, and it's usually almost after you prove how the person committed the murder. I'm like, I don't know, I think it doesn't, I guess the motive's relevant, but I think we kind of proved that they're the murderer anyways. We proved a perfect...
Yeah, I mean, really, like, the still the motive of being the sister of the girl who got murdered.
Right, exactly. We really could just present that and be like, well, okay, yeah, she's the sister of this person. Well, that's,
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Sure, Miss Flip Out.
Oh, and one more thing. Why would Miss Itty Minnie want to kill Dr. Gray? Who has a motive? Isn't that what you just said?
I thought so.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Wait, what? Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive.
So I'm just tearing up my hat for no reason. Motive. I can't say she has no motive here. Have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead?
You want Dr. Gray dead? That's because your face is really ugly. Well, I mean, she got the new face.
Oh, yeah, the new face.
I think she's number 1.
Oh, is it?
Highway of Nightmares. Are you kidding me?
Jeez. I didn't even notice that before. It's pretty intense. Most of them are a little more normal, but Highway of Nightmares, jeez, it sounds like it was like a major accident.
Oh my god, one person died. I mean, not to be here, but one person died.
Yeah, I know.
And Jake died because they drove, like, it's not like it was even, she drove into the fucking wall. It's her fault at the end of the day.
Right. I see what you're saying. It's not that you're trying to be insensitive, but Highway of Nightmares is the kind of thing you'd hear on a newscast if, I don't know, like, there was a wreck that killed, like, 50 people.
Like, I don't know, like, a truck's wheel broke off and it drove over, like, children, over, like, a school bus full of little kids.
Yeah.
And like 50 people died. Like, that'd be a Highway of Nightmares,
right? Okay, but I believe then it's this newspaper clipping?
I mean, in the end it should be number 1, but I think this goes 2.
Okay.
Actually,
take that! Oh, sorry.
Ha! Just as I thought, you bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright.
That's great. Now even she is calling me my full name.
You think I did this to get revenge for my dad's sister?
Yes. Because through that accident you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself.
Like getting burned. Literally. Don't be stupid. No one has proved that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right?
I don't think that's, like, we're establishing a motive for you. I think even then that's kind of hearsay, like...
Also, didn't you earlier say that your sister said that she got drugged and that's why she killed the guy?
Yeah,
which means that you already have the assumption that she got drugged and that's why she would kill the guy?
Right, exactly.
Isn't that your own motive? And you want to say I wanted to take some revenge based on nothing?
What do you mean by that?
See, now, stupid Gramps. I am, like, going to explain, so, like, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, like, wanted revenge, then, like, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like, the guy that sort of the spirit thing was, like, Dr. Gray. It was, like, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know?
Yeah, sure. She's back to her airhead self, which isn't really herself. I can't take it.
She's gonna float away.
However you see, ouch.
Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You fail to support your own theory. The end. I mean, obviously the other woman is guilty because of our barely saving ourselves.
Yeah, clearly, it's not like we've established motive and all that stuff. This other one, no, it's clearly my affair, even with all the suspicion. I think I have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Miss Miney stated is very true. God damn it. It's overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. How's it overly complicated? We
But
freaking
it was
explained
like
it.
more than one step, which in this universe is impossible.
I know, it's
I mean,
like...
it's not like, I mean, look at fucking One Kama's plan. That wasn't overly complicated. It didn't involve like 20 years of stuff.
clearly, yeah, this is spur of the moment, I'm gonna keep a bullet in me for 20 years. Furthermore, there's no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point.
Just so many fights, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place.
What happened? I thought I had her for sure.
See, like that's what I like. Told you. I'm going to serve you a slice of humble pie. And
Yeah,
it tastes delicious.
Because that's clearly what she did here. I mean, almost losing the trial and going to jail forever, probably even getting the death penalty. Yeah, we were clearly going to be the one served humble pie.
It tastes great though, so don't complain. I really want some humble pie now.
Wait, what?
I want some humble pie. I don't know what it tastes like, but it probably is amazing.
Okay. I don't know. Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination, Miss Innie Minnie.
I mean, pinkie pie tastes amazing, so you assume humble pie tastes amazing too.
Jeez.
Oh, it did.
Your Honor, please, allow the defense one more minute. Alright?
Alright, lady, go ahead.
Can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. And incredibly stupid. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. Want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I really do this?
No.
Yes.
God
No.
damn it, I wanted you to see what I was going to say no.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm not totally confident here, but I know what I must press on. No, sorry, yeah, but I'm being tired. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now.
This part has gone on for twice as long. You got up before we cut this part.
I will. Don't worry. I know. This has gone on way longer than it should. I'm already considering just stopping here, but I'm not sure if we should now.
Well, let's at least go a bit further.
Okay. We'll show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive.
Hahaha, too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Is that like a thing that you can do? Interesting. I let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You are supposed to be on my side. And Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. See, she's not a bad guy. As long as you have the will to fight, I would knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I like her. Right.
She is arrogant, I'll say that.
She hasn't shot anyone yet, so.
Yeah. I guess that's a pretty good standard by the Phoenix Wright universe. She hasn't killed anyone.
I mean, that's pretty weird. Like, more people have killed people than not. And I don't care if you're my witness, so help me, I will blow you out of my way.
Jeez.
No way.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait a second, you nigga.
To be continued.
See? That's a good place to end.
Yeah, so, thank you all for watching, and remember, objection!